Hello everyone, Zellerant here, and today we're going to be doing Etheria Restart Rerolling, and for this one, this is going to be by part 2 of my guide on Rerolling. So I've already done it now 5 times. Actually, I've had decent luck on them, but I'm going to be continuing to reroll to try and get even better luck. And so we're going to kind of go over that process. We're going to go through it the entire process. It's about a 20 to 25 minutes. So this video will be a little bit longer, but if you only care about like where to get all of the pulls, you can kind of skip ahead. The big one when it comes to doing the actual missions, if you want to watch all that, is going to be the chests, which are going to be like at the second half of that. I'll try and put a timestamp in there when I edit it, if you want to just kind of see where the chests are, because everything else is pretty much straightforward. It's just trying to optimize the attacks to kind of finish the fights as fast as possible. Let's just go ahead and get right into it. So this the first thing is, I just finished a reroll. When you get done with your reroll, or with your first roll or whatever, you'll want to go in here and just log out. And then you'll immediately go back into email login. So there's the multiple ways people have shown that you can do it. One of them was that you can just make a million emails. I think that's how Vulcan does it. I don't do that. What I do is I do the salted email. So I have my main Gmail, and it has to be a Gmail, from what I understand, to do this, because it won't work with other ones with salted, is I basically take my main email, which right here is my main one, zellerant@gmail.com. That's my main YouTube email. So to make it a salted email, you just put plus, and then whatever reroll you're on. So I'm currently on reroll 6. So it's going to be zellerant +6@gmail.com. What this is going to do is when I send this code, like when I click, oh, I have an extra space there. But when I send this code, which you have to do a little puzzle here after you do that. It's kind of annoying. You get that. It's going to send you a code. It's actually going to go to your email, like your main email, without the plus. So this is actually going to go to zellerant@gmail.com. So I'll just go to my main email. I'll get the code, and I am good to go. And so you're just going to keep doing that every reroll. +6, +7, +8, +9, +10, +11. Just as many as you need to do. So, let's just go ahead and get right into it. So basically, skip everything. We're going to go through the entire thing here. You can use your main name that you want to use here, because what matters is your unique ID is what actually matters to identify you. So you can just keep using your main name here. And then this scheme's not skippable here. It's pretty short. So just skip. And like most of this beginning part is going to be fairly straightforward. You're just basically going to kind of want to rush through here. So skip everything you can. There's a ton of fights you're going to want to skip as well. And when it comes to this first fight, it's going to force you to use this moves in a certain way. So just do what it tells you. One thing that I have found so far with rerolling is, while you're going to want to be click happy to push through it as quickly as you can. Don't go too crazy, because it can slow you down too. So this one just forces you to push her forward. Make sure you use that attack. I think if you use your speed one, he will not die, so you have to use gray on the next attack. So just make sure you use our second and third one there, and it makes it a little bit faster. Just skip everything here. Run up here. This guy you're going to have to fight no matter what, so don't worry about the assassination. Just run up to him. Who cares? It doesn't matter. At least I found it doesn't matter. Now, some of this has some luck to do with it because of crits. You're going to always want to use a skill 2, so you have a potential to get crit rates. But that's going to kind of make it so every scenario is going to be slightly different depending on where crits happen. So don't try and think about it too much. One thing I have found, if you think about it way too much on who to attack and all that, it just slows you down anyway. So I just kind of go in here. Yeah, so she didn't kill her. Last time I was able to kill 2 of them. Actually, I am going to be able to kill 2 of them. Always use her AoE right here. Or his. It'll kill those 2. That way you only have one of them that can attack. Saves you a little bit of time. And got a crit there. Nice. Now, I have found it's about a 20 to 25 minute reroll, unless you're insanely lucky, and but it's not a true 15 seconds. This guy right here, you can just run right past. Don't even worry about him. You can technically assassinate him, but I just run past him. In case you screw it up, I don't want to have to actually do the fight. Then you have this boss. You can skip here. There's going to be a couple of cutscenes after this boss that you can't skip. But they're kind of annoying, but they're not too long. I take the opportunity to kind of get things set up during the cutscenes, like getting the codes pulled up on my Discord and that. Because you want to have your codes ready to go once you get to that point. So this guy, so the same thing. Always do his skill 2 so you can have the chance to crit. And then do that. Make sure you hit the middle guy on some of their attacks. So if they have splash damage, I don't even know what the blue units do. So just make sure you're targeting him. So with this one, I'm probably going to just, yeah, we're going to go with defense down on the middle guy. Make sure we can get him down a little bit quicker. An AoE. And this should kill 2 of them. So we only have to deal with 1 of them attacking. Or not. Or not kill any of them. Not getting lucky on this one. Okay, let's come here. Make sure he goes down. Yeah, this one's taking a little bit longer than the last one, so I think I got luckier with crits. But that's like I'm saying, don't think about it too much, because if you're trying to think about it too much, it's gonna be slower. Just kind of move through them, and you'll kind of get the muscle memory of the best skills to use. So after this one, you're going to get a cutscene. I have not found a way to skip this one. This one's fairly short, though. You just go here. Once he gets up to here, you're just pushing forward. Now, one thing is there's no chest or anything you have to worry about here. So this is just kind of pushing as fast as you can. When we do get to the chest here on the next area, know that it's they're fairly obvious where they're at. Now, there's only one chest that really is the big one. If you accidentally miss one for one of the ones except the big one, do not run back for it. To me, I find that you have a couple single pulls at the end, and if you haven't had the luck yet, I don't find it worth it to worry about even using the single pulls because they take so long to do. I only will use my single pulls if I've already had really good luck and I'm in soft pity. Because I just want to move through as quickly as possible. I like to use her turn meter to bring him up, since he does more damage. She does like no damage on her single attack. He pretty much is going to die here, so you don't need to waste time with that. Although I have not gotten lucky with my crit on this one, because he was dead at this point last time. But just don't think about it and just do it. It's only like an extra 5 or 10 seconds if you don't get the crits in the right places. This is the longest cutscene where you have to wait for a little bit. So this is where I'm basically getting everything set up. So I go over, like, I have the Discord pulled up for it myself. I have a post that has all of them here, ready to go. There's a ton of codes to enter. This is a little bit different than the beta. So it takes a little bit longer, because there's, I think, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 11 codes. And you want to do all of them because you have one that has a 10 pull, 2 of them that have 3 pulls, and the rest of them have 50 gems, so it's half a pull. And so with that, I think that's like another 3 pulls if you use the rest of them. And so that's the prologue. Now, after the prologue, you're going to get 1 single pull, but that's not where we're going to be doing our pulls. This is where you just get your free Leon. It just kind of showcases the pulling system. And then you have a little thing down here. You can click here, click share, click save. It'll give you 30 gems for doing it. And I think it's saving that somewhere on your computer. So as you're re-rolling, you're probably going to stockpile a bunch. But don't really worry about doing anything here yet. The next thing is it's going to have you do this tutorial real quick. Just click, click, click. Just empower, upgrade once, whatever. And get out of there. Don't do that. Go right into the story. And so we just got to complete this mission, the 1-1 through 1-3. And it's all together, so you don't have to like jump in and out. And so now we have auto unlocked. This first guy you're going to have to fight, so just go right into him. There's nothing you can do about this one in terms of the assassination. And so it's going to have you switch out her for Leon, turn on auto, turn on 2x speed, and click battle. And at this point, this is where, if you haven't got everything set up on your, like, a second monitor or something to be ready to enter codes, you can kind of do that. Like right now, I'm worrying about, I'm chatting in my Discord a little bit regarding my guild and all that I'm starting. And so I'm dealing with that. So make sure to click, instead of clicking this, click the skip up here. I've screwed this up a couple times. Just click skip tutorial and just completely skip that one. And I didn't actually check, but I don't know if you can skip the other one. And I screwed that one up. You don't actually have to do this fight. Make sure to run behind this guy. I knew I was going to screw one of them up. But this fight you can actually skip. If you hit him from the back, it will assassinate him. I believe. I could be wrong, because it just gave me a quick tutorial on it. But I think you can, yeah, you can skip that one. I like to grab this over here, just so I don't think like I have to go back to it. It takes 2 seconds to grab. But that other guy, if you hit him in the back like that, it'll just do that, and you'll skip that fight. Here's your first chest right here. 50 gems. And actually, now thinking about it, now it doesn't really, it's not like something you have to worry about, but there is this one right here too. If you don't want to have to come back for it in the future, you can grab that. It takes 2 seconds, unless you forget about it, but don't worry if you forget about it. It's not that big a deal. Then just another quick boss fight. Just click battle, let the auto do it. And like I said, this is where I'm checking things on Discord or anything I have left to do. This one takes a little bit longer too. Right now, see, like right now I'm just checking in with people on Discord while this is running. Depending on how you're approaching it, you could be doing other stuff as well. But it does make it where you have a little bit of a break in there to take care of other things. Click skip here. And then you go in here. So you have your second chest here. And this is where we're coming up to the big chest. Make sure to hit this guy in the back. You don't want to fight him. This takes a lot of time. You can skip this guy here. So the biggest chest, the important one's this gold one right here. I mean, the other ones are worth like a couple pulls. This one gives you 3 pulls. Go in here. But as you can see though, they're not, that one that has the 3 pulls is kind of out of the way. So it is a little bit more missable. The other ones are like right in your face. But, you just want to make sure you don't miss them. Then you got this guy here. Now, one thing I have thought of, but I have not tried yet, is when it does the tutorial to upgrade the shell on Leon, when it's showing you that, you could just spam upgrade to make her a little bit stronger. So maybe you can kill these guys a little bit quicker. I don't really like the idea of wasting my resources on a blue shell that we're going to ditch just for maybe like an extra 10 seconds. But I have not done that. But if you really want to, you can do that as well. So after that, just go in here. Skip all the way to here. Okay. You can skip these guys, just run past these ones. I've screwed up that one a couple times. Don't try and assassinate them because there's a couple times it forced a fight on me. So just skip them, run up here. Skip this guy. Be careful on him because he will come at you a little bit. Just keep on going. And here's the last one. And then right after this, we're at polls. So let the fight go. And I've got my codes ready to go. The codes are the first thing you want to enter, because you're going to want to get the gems from the codes to be able to buy the couple things you need to get in the shop to maximize your pulls. And when it comes to the total pulls, it's around 70 if you want to do everything that they showcased on Prudwin. There's one pull that I skip that they say you can get in there. And it's the one from, you'll see as soon as it makes it. It throws you into the Grim Pursuit immediately after this, which instead of actually doing the entire fight, it took like a minute for the game to do it, I just back out. To me, that minute's not worth the single pull. Now, if you get like decently lucky, and you're like, I'm in soft pity by the, like if you get a first 10 pull, and you get decent, into soft pity, maybe you might go in there to get the extra pull to see what you'll get, maybe if you get lucky in soft pity, but like 99% of the time it's not worth it. And I'll kind of show that here in a second. So after this, we are now going to get here. So this is where it's going to give you your first 10 pull. This is the free one that gives you right off the bat as part of a tutorial. You can get an SSR from this, but I have not yet, and I have not actually seen anyone get one from this yet. But there, it does the first free 10 pull. You'll exit out of there. So this is where it's going to have you try and do this. This has a single pull in it if you beat it. Now, to me, like I said, it's not worth it to do this whole fight because it takes a little bit of time. So I just exit battle. And I get right into pulling. And it wants you to go back to the quest, but you don't have to do that either. So we are at the point where we can now do our pulls and reroll as needed. So first thing I do is go into settings here, go to the redeem code, have it pulled up on Discord, and I'll put these in the description as well. But these are the codes. So wherever you have them listed, just go ahead and just copy paste, copy paste. It doesn't care about spacing. Now, it does care about the capitalization, from what I understand. But if you're copying and pasting, you're not going to have to worry about that either. Just enter. One thing is, just take your time on it a little bit. Yeah, it might take a couple extra seconds. But if you screw it up, it's potential, especially if the first code's up on the top here, because they're the 10 pulls and 3 pulls. And they do add up. Now I find that you got a little bit of leeway on mistakes, because there's a couple single pulls that I kind of just skip. If I already had bad luck, I just skip the last single pulls. Okay, so we got all the codes there. So now you can just go to your email, click claim all. You're going to get all of your materials here. And so you got your 2 10 pulls from the pre-register, one of the codes. You got the 2 codes ones, and then all those other codes give you these 50 gems and other stuff there. And so from there, you go to the shop, go to the value section, get the free hyper gift with a single pull on it. On the weekly pack, buy the crystal supply 1. That's a 10 pull right there. You will come back to this. You can't get this yet. But there's 5 pulls in here you can get after you do all your pulls. So that's after everything done. So you go here, you have your 7-day check-in. You'll get the first check-in with 5 pulls there. There is this one right here, competition starts. Just click watch. It's going to open your browser. Just close the browser. You get the crystals regardless if you watch that. And then the last thing, this is the one I tend to almost always forget. Go to your achievements and collect all of the... You'll get a couple pulls in here, as well as some crystals. Kind of got to jump around here. Just use the dots that kind of help you. And then from there, you can go to summon. And so this is where I end up with my crystals pretty much every time. So you have 47 of the purple ones, and then 40 of the crystals. Now, if you did that boss fight, you'll have 48 purples. What this basically gives you, as you can see, is that's 57 pulls because it's 10 pulls per this. And then when you buy, when you can go into the shop, you can buy that additional 5 pulls. And this is why I'm not too worried about the boss, because that 5 pulls will bring you over 50. So you can do basically 6 10 pulls. I don't even mess with the single pulls unless I already have had pretty good luck and I'm in soft pity. And from here, one thing to be very careful about is when you're coming in here, it's going to start you on Freya. Freya is not the banner you want to pull on because she's 100% guaranteed in Earth. Go to the permanent banner here and do them all here because every unit is in here. Your main goal is to try and get some of these units here. And hopefully, I've already had luck where I got Heinrich and Doki Doki in one. That might end up being my account, even though I want Lily, because the odds of getting 2 LDs on a reroll is pretty low. But let's just go ahead and see. So you just basically do your pulls here. You just click skip through. Don't spend too much time on this. And let's see how terrible of luck I'm going to get here. I should have been recording when I did my last one. Oh, here we go. And this is why the permanent banner sucks. That's like the worst thing you can get. I just got a copy of the character we're getting for free. So this account is probably dead unless I get stupidly lucky here. Yeah, this account is dead. This account is dead. I technically have one more 10 pull, but I need to get 3 SSRs with 2 LDs on it. It'd be worth it. But all you have to do for that, go to the shop, and then go to the summon shop and buy your 5 pulls here. Get those. Go to summon. Okay, so we have another additional 10. Oh, this is where I almost screw up every time. Switch back to the permanent banner and do a 10 pull there. Yeah, this was a terrible reroll right here. Then yeah, I'm done here. And so I have 2 more pulls. This is where, yeah, if you want to do those 2 pulls, you can. I, at this point, would just stop. I already know this is a trash one, and it takes a little bit of time to do this. But if you want to, you can do those additional pulls. But this is why I think it's not worth it to fight that boss for a single pull. But that's pretty much that. And then after that, you're basically done. And if you don't like... Now, if you like, or you think you got decent luck, what I do is note down this email. So I have noted down 2 emails right now. I have one where I got the Doki Doki and a Heinrich. I got one where I had a Doki Doki with, I think, a Lilith or something. And so I just note down all the accounts that I've had decent enough luck. I'm going to just keep re-rolling most of the day. And then when I'm basically, once I'm getting to like a point of no return, I'm just going to pick one and go with it. And that's kind of how you can approach it. Or if you just get lucky enough that you're happy with it, you just go and you're done. But if you're not, you just return to login. And it'll take you back to your screen, and we are at where I was at the very beginning of the video. And so you just click here, click log out, and then rinse and repeat, because we're at exactly where I was at the beginning of the video. Just email login. Now I'm going to do a +7 here. And so like I have my email saved off to a Word document, so I just take that, grab it, remove this that there, put +7, and then send the code to that and go from there. Well, that's pretty much it. That is the reroll process. So this is my part 2 video. Now, I don't think I've missed anything. I've kind of looked through everything, but if there's anything that you see that I may have missed in this, then just let me know in the comments. But it totals out to be about 70 pulls that you can get on a reroll. So you should almost always get an SSR every single reroll, which is why it's 100% worth it to do it. Just even if you're only going to get 1 character out of that reroll, because that 1 character could be that LD unit that's worth triple the value of the others. Because as you can see with this one, that last reroll, I got a Ling Lu. that is like the worst. That is like the worst you can have because you're getting a free copy of her. So right now that account is like trash because I just wasted 70 pulls. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like my content, if you could like, comment, subscribe, it really helps. And thanks for watching.